During the Raptors vs Kings game where Vince Carter got his jersey retired, Drake actually went on the mic in the last quarter and he had some things to say about DeMar DeRozan. He said if the Raptors ever retired his jersey, he would personally climb up there and pull it down. And we also saw him have some words for DeMar after the game. And then there's a video going around where he was just staring down DeMar throughout the game because DeMar obviously featured in one of Kendrick's music videos and was seen at one of his concerts. But here's DeMar's reaction to it.
Have you thought how 10 might look next to 15 and 7?
Nah, it's crazy because, I try not to think about it, it's just more so cool to see Vince go up than, without a doubt, Cal gonna be up there. I rarely think about mines going up there unless it's mentioned to me, it's beyond honor. I'm always humbled just the thought of that even being an opportunity.
DeMar, in tonight's broadcast, Drake said if you ever put up the DeRozan banner up, I'll go up there and put it down myself. What's your reaction to that?
Well, he gonna have a long way to climb to take it down. So I tell him good luck.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
DeMar, tonight was obviously a big thing about Vince, and a theme that was repeated is kind of like the impact he's had on Canadians and Canadian players who took up the game. I'm wondering, have you ever given thought to kind of like the impact you'll have down the line, the younger generations who kind of picked it up when you were a rapper?
Nah, it's hard to tell when you're in the moment. You hear certain things here and there. I remember when R.J. Barrett came in the league, that was one thing he mentioned was, he watched me growing up. So you hear it here and there about, our era when I was here in Toronto. But to fully understand the impact, I think you really won't see it when you walk away from the game.
DeMar, obviously an emotional night, and you're so closely tied to the reason why it was an emotional night. How tough is that to play through when you also have a game to go out there?
It's not necessarily tough. It's more so, it's one of those things that, for me, and it being in a unique situation of having such a close bond to this organization, to the city, to play against Vince, understand the history of Vince here, have a relationship with Vince, to see things come full circle, to be here, to witness the incredible night he had. It's a surreal moment because, every time I come back here, I just remember being a 19-year-old kid, figuring out life. So just to see it come full circle this way, it's special. I'm more than happy that I just got the opportunity to be here, to witness it, to feel the energy.
What's it been like over the years to watch it come full circle? Because when you first got here, he was still getting booed whenever he'd come here, and then you were here in 2014 when that began to shift, and then obviously tonight. What's that been like to kind of see that?
That's a cool thing because for us as players, I remember we were just big on whenever Vince came back and the respect that he deserved, in the city and his country for what he did for the game of basketball. So for us, as players, when I was here to cheer that on, to see the reception kind of shift and him get his appreciation, especially, his last couple years. That's what it was all about. You just want to be able to see him get his flowers and for it to come full circle to tonight with his number being the first number going up as it should be. It was incredible.
What did he mean to you?
He meant everything. That was one of my favorite players growing up. I think I said this before. I remember in L.A. waking up at 9 o'clock in the morning on the weekends, watching those early games on ABC. The excitement that he brought to the game. He was electric in so many ways. So being a fan of his first and being able to gain a relationship with him throughout my playing career to see now, he definitely meant a lot, especially with me getting drafted here. That was something I try to just model and bring the excitement and appreciation back for basketball, what I came here because of Vince.